Hello and welcome everyone. I am so excited for today's session. My name is Niall and I'm going to be talking you through Minecraft Education Edition. Genuinely, this session is going to be great fun for me presenting. The gamification of learning is making like leaps and bounds in education right now, and it's kind of one of the big talking points that I see a lot of teachers bringing up and asking about, and certainly a lot of the questions that we're getting over here at Tablet Academy Scotland. So we're going to be using Minecraft Education Edition today to explore how you can bring kind of the gamified learning into your classroom. We've got different lessons. I'm going to show you how to download, how to log in. We're going to cover changing your avatar, linking into your Microsoft Teams, loads of different things today. I'm going to have a great time presenting. I hope that you have a great time watching today's lesson, and I know that your pupils will definitely enjoy bringing in Minecraft into their education. So, before we begin, I'd like to thank everybody who has joined us for our other digitised summer sessions. This morning we had our Minecraft minis for Excel enthusiasts. These are running from Monday to Friday all this week. You can get them on catch up, and it's little 20-minute lessons to kind of get your pupils started with Excel and kind of show them the basics, including things like creating graphs, data, some functions as well. So there's loads of great stuff happening there, so definitely go and check that out. And we've got loads of sessions happening kind of next week as well. We've got our Microsoft main stage where we're going to be creating our own fantasy music festival. So that one's definitely not to be missed. Yeah, so I'm having a great time this week. I hope that you are too. Let's jump into Minecraft Education Edition. I will see you up on the big screen. Okay, so here we are on education.minecraft.net. This is the place to go to discover everything that you can possibly need to know about Minecraft Education Edition. So on here you're going to find your lesson plans, you're going to find all of the different lessons that are available, you're going to find other links to kind of the extra activities as well, and you've also got some studies to explore as well. So down at the very bottom, down on the homepage, one of them that I was really interested in was the Minecraft in the Maths classroom. And one of the key findings there was that in this Australian classroom, I think it was Australia, that the engagement levels of the students massively went up for that lesson compared to standard kind of practice with paper, pens, textbooks, these kind of things. So it just shows the kind of impact that Minecraft can have on students, bringing in that gamification of learning and supporting them to achieve through their interests, and kind of bringing that into the classroom. So I thought that was really interesting. So here on the education.minecraft.net, like I said, we have everything here. So working along from the top, we've got how it works, and then to the right of that we have Teach with Minecraft as well. So everything that you could possibly need to kind of study up and learn everything about Minecraft. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that you can actually get trained and become certified within Minecraft. So if I scroll down here, we have the Minecraft Teacher Academy, and so you can go from beginner to intermediate to advanced, and it teaches you absolutely everything that you could possibly need to know about Minecraft Education Edition and bringing that into your classroom. And that links in with the Microsoft Learn platform. So if I click on Start Courses, and then I just search for Minecraft, hit play, or hit enter, sorry, and then if I come down, there's the Teacher Academy. You see I've already clicked it. And here we have our Teacher Academy, and like I said, it teaches you absolutely everything that you could possibly need to know about Minecraft Education Edition, and you can become certified in Minecraft, which is incredible. Links to your CPD, links to your professional practice, and you get certificate at the end as well, as evidence of the learning. We're going to be covering kind of the basics of this today, so if you are wanting to go and kind of further your learning, then you can do it from within here. Great, so now that we are back on the Minecraft website, we just below that we have a free poster as well. So this is really cool, I really like this. So if I hit download and hit open file, here we have a poster that you can print for your classroom, get it bold and big, and so that everyone can see it, or you can share it out on Teams, that way that again everybody has access to it, and it has all the basics. So I know a lot of the students will be used to playing Minecraft, but you might have students who have not yet been immersed in the Minecraft world, so this is a great way to get started. So you're going to use the WASD keys to move on your keyboard. We have things like cameras, so you can take pictures of your creations. You can break and place the blocks, so mostly it's going to be left click is going to be break something, and right click is going to be place or to use. Got things like the book and quill, so you can write in the book and add your own photos that you've taken with the camera, and you can export these as PDFs. We've got boards as well. We've got our inventory, so this is where everything is stored. You've got NPCs, which are just kind of like the computer characters, essentially non-playable characters, and we've got code builders as well, and we're going to take a look at one of them today as well. So some exciting stuff happening there, and we also have multiplayer mode, so I'm going to show you how you can host your own Minecraft world today as well for your students. So let's head back. I think this has created a new tab. Brilliant. So up at the top we have how it works, and this is where we can find all of the lessons that we're going to take part in. So if I scroll down here, we do get all of our tutorials. We have, I think there's maybe like 30 odd videos in here. How many? 36 videos, yes. And it tells you, it gives you, kind of breaks it all down for you. So the basics of what you need to do, and kind of as a teacher, just to get you familiar with the game. It might be nice just to put this on Teams for your students as well, so that they can see. Or what kind of I would do in a classroom, and kind of what I would recommend would be to get your students who are already using Minecraft to create a video that explains it to you as a teacher, to parents, and to the students who don't use Minecraft yet. There's a brilliant idea on how you can kind of take their knowledge and get them to kind of share that and apply that, and just kind of deepen their knowledge by sharing. So that's what I would do and recommend. But as a teacher, you have the tutorials there as well. So let's come down a wee bit. Where am I heading? Nope, back up to the top. We are looking for the lessons. So here we are. Sorry, Teach with Minecraft. Resources, explore lessons. And in here, like I said previously, you have all of your lessons. Now, genuinely, there are hundreds of lessons. They're not all on the Minecraft platform already. You might have to download some, or you might just have to kind of open them from within the lessons tab and put them into the Minecraft Education Edition. That's fine. But you can get Minecraft on a Windows device, on a Chromebook, an iPad, and on a Mac as well. So it's suitable for everyone. And like it says here, explore hundreds of lessons created by educators around the world for students of all ages. Okay. So we're going to scroll down, and here we have our subject kits. So these are the different subjects. It's just that kind of organization tool for their lessons. So within there we've got science, maths, computer science, that's what we're going to be having a look at today, language arts, history and culture, art and design, digital citizenship, social and emotional, equity and inclusion, and climate and sustainability. Now, if you have a particular idea that you're wanting to do, so I know that I'm wanting to create something about monsters, you can search. And there we go, we've got the monster mashup. This is one that we're going to be taking a look at later. Or what you can do is, I'm just going to clear this just in case, you can search by age or subject in the resource as well that you want to look for. So by age, so say you're teaching 11 to 13-year-olds. We can just clear some of these. We're saying the subject, let's go for the subject. Let's make that music. Let's make it music, that sounds good fun. And resource, so you can either have a lesson, which is for the teacher, you can have the world, which is for the students to explore, you've got a challenge, which is kind of like, they do these monthly build challenges, which you can go back and have a look at previous ones, but they do these monthly build challenges to get on the leaderboard, and lastly we've got training as well. So I'm going to be looking for a world that's linked to music, and here we go, we have tons of different worlds that have links to the music curriculum, okay? Love it. So there we have our how to search for different lessons. You can see there we've got 58 results just for music within 11 to 13. So if I clear that and go for maybe some maths, we've got 58 there. Science, what am I looking for? I think it's because it's in world. There we go. Science, we've got 95 resources there. We've got digital literacy, there's 95. There's tons of different resources in here. So please do go and have a wee look at the lessons. Some are kind of doubled up, like there's digital literacy and music had build with bees. Some of them are doubled up, but it's just an organization tool. It's kind of like tags. So you can find the lessons that will be appropriate for your students. We are also going to point out today that we have links to Hour of Code as well. So this is what we're going to be taking a look at, is the Hour of Code. And I'm going to show you how you can use Minecraft to support with block coding and I think it's Python actually in your class. So at the start, so you can download it, check my device is ready, download for other platforms as well, so that's Chromebook, whatever. We've got the lesson plan for the teacher is in here, so we can go to the lesson and it has everything that you could possibly need to know. So the same with the lessons previously. Sorry, I should have clicked on them and shown you, but it's exactly the same as here. Hour of Code 2021, so this is a previous one. They do have, I think there's the last couple of years they've released them, different sessions. So we've got on the right hand side you can share or assign it, so that's where you can put it out onto Teams. You can download that world and then upload it again onto Minecraft if it is not on your Education Edition, and we can also print this page. So if you're wanting to print all the notes out, then you can do it from there, but I mean, you're better just putting that on Teams. Saves the paper. It's got here the estimated time, so 1 hour to complete, and we also have our learning objectives. So today we are looking to understand the importance and benefits of computer science in all aspects of life. We're going to analyze and solve problems using algorithmic thinking and problem decomposition. Okay. So we've got our prep notes, so this is what the teacher needs to do prior to taking part. So we've got the 1 minute introductory video for this year's Hour of Code theme, so we're going to click that just now.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to
Don't want to add.
What if you had to go back in time to save the future? There are changes appearing in history, dangerous missteps that threaten reality as we know it. With the power of code, you can fix them. Download Minecraft Education Edition for free and go on a quest through time. You'll learn new coding skills and keep historic events on course. It doesn't matter if you're new to coding or have experience. You can use fun and simple blocks, or Python like a pro. You'll travel through time and learn to code. Download Minecraft Education Edition for free to start your Hour of Code today.
Let's turn my mic back on there. That is the introduction to the Hour of Code session that we're going to take part in today. It is rated beginner, so it's nice and easy for me, essentially. And it's nice for other people taking part. So the student activities are in here. We've got 30 to 40 minutes of student activities, and we also have the different kind of levels. So we're going to be taking a look at Time Split 1, I believe it is, to start off with, just to kind of show you how that all works. Performance expectations are in here, so we've got a kind of a reflection afterwards, and lastly we've got external references. So if you are wanting to do kind of anything extra on above this, then here we have some things for you to have a look at afterwards. But before we start playing, we just need to double check that everyone knows how to download. So to download Minecraft Education Edition, here we are. Here is our download button. If you are wanting to download for other platforms, you can do it from within here. It is now this is where I don't know about money and kind of when it's coming into different councils. I know that some councils in Scotland have already bought into Minecraft Education Edition. I believe you get 10 free trials when you first sign up and use your Microsoft account. So I've used my my email address and I've got 10 at the moment. Hopefully soon every council in Scotland will have access to Minecraft, but even if your council does not yet have access, it's a great time for you to kind of explore that, get ready for it coming in, and if you are wanting to buy it, it's actually not too expensive at all. For students, don't buy for your whole class obviously, but for you wanting to kind of play around with it as a as just for your school or just for yourself, sorry, then you can buy $5 per year, okay, for teachers, okay, to just kind of have a wee shot and play around with. But you do get those 10 kind of trial runs as well, so just keep that in mind. So yes, you download it, and then once you have downloaded Minecraft, it will appear on your home screen. I'm just going to stop the video here for just a second while I load that all up, and I'll see you in just 2 minutes once it's loaded up. Okay, so that has now downloaded. I'm just going to double click, and it's going to ask me to log in. Okay. Over here on the right, we've got our avatar. So this is the person that you're going to play with. When you start out, you're going to start as one of the default characters over here, but we have loads of different kind of skins for you to choose from. So we've got from our everyday heroes, we've got our astronaut, we've got the fire brigade, we've got the police. Yeah, there's loads of different things for you to choose from in there. The friends skin pack, I think these are external people that work alongside Minecraft. We've got the developers, we've got team up here, okay, so we've got for the teams, greens and yellows. We've got story mode, redstone, biome, journey. Okay, there's loads of different things in here for you to choose from. So I think that's somebody dressed up as a creeper, is it? Somebody dressed up as an ocelot, I think. Maybe an enderman, I think. Ender? Yeah, Enderman. I think that's what they're called. So there's lots of things within here to choose from. I quite like the astronaut myself, but for this one, let's go for the fire brigade. I think that's what they're supposed to be in this one. Okay, so once you're done, all you do is you hit confirm, and that is you now. It auto-generates a name for you. So mine was first name and then the start of my last name, just so that you get to know that. So let's go to play. Now, I'm just going to again pull myself over to the right. There we go. Something behind me is import, and that is where... I can't show you. That is where the you're gonna, if you download from the website, you can import them from there. Okay, nice and simple. View My Worlds has all the worlds that you've previously played on. Okay, so I have been playing a couple of these ones recently. I've been playing the Hour of Code one, so what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to delete that save, just so that we can start again all together. You can create a brand new world as well, and you can join a world. So if, as a teacher, you're wanting to create a multiplayer world for your students to explore, then you can create one, and then you can get them to type in a code. So it's really simple. They type in a code, hit confirm, and then they can join if they type in the correct code. Now it's important to note that, so let me get this right, it's only those who are in your tenancy that are able to join your world, I believe. So it's not going to be anybody from other countries or whatever joining. It's only going to be those that you give the code out to and that are from within your tenancy as well. So that's nice and safe for your students. So like I said, this is where all your worlds are going to be. If you were wanting to kind of share that world with someone, and you were wanting to kind of host it for them, you don't click on play, you hit host, and then you can get the join code to them. I'm going to show you how to do that pretty soon, in just a minute or so. We're going to go to view the library, and from within there, this is kind of the next kind of part. So we have our subject kits, as we previously mentioned. So I'm going to click on show you monthly build challenges. So these are the different kind of challenges from around the world that people are taking part in every single month. So build a moat, build the Mars rover, build a simple house, build a spaceship. Okay, so we've got different challenges for your students to get used to using Minecraft and kind of working collaboratively. We've got starter worlds as well, so you can get them to create things from within these worlds. And lastly, we've got our how to play, and so it will show you exactly what you need to do. And we've got the tutorials in there for you. But I'm going to talk you through the tutorials, so that's absolutely fine. It's no problem. Okay, so the lesson that we're going to go to is in art and design. Now, if you ever find one online and you can't see it here, it's really simple. All you do is you just type it in up at the top and it will appear. So we're going to go to Monster Mashup. Okay, we do have access to the lesson plan there. We can assign it and share it in Teams or Classroom, whatever you're using, and we have our descriptions as well. So we're wanting to work collaboratively to build a monster in Minecraft. Okay, so we're going to work in a group of 3. Person number 1 builds the legs, person number 2 builds the body, and person number 3 builds the head. Okay, then on top of that, they're wanting you to write a story about your creature, research and build creatures from ancient myths, and export your build with a structure block, take a selfie. Okay, but we are just going to show you how to kind of get started and share that with your students. So we're going to go to create world here. I think we're good to go. Here we go. Okay, so here we have our monster that we can try out. So let's get started. So I'm moving my mouse to move the zoom. First of all, and I only learned this pretty recently, was if you press F5, then you can jump into first person and third person mode, and you can also face your character as well. So I personally prefer to be in third person. I just like to have that for games. I like to kind of see where I'm going. I know a lot of people like to play Minecraft in first person mode, okay, and just kind of seeing from this kind of view, but I'm going to do it just like this, just to kind of show you so you can see exactly what I'm doing today. So it says on the left, oh no, somebody's pulled out the lawnmower in the back in the back garden now, so I'm competing with that noise now. So we have W to go forwards, we've got S to go back, we've got A to go left, and we've got D to go right. Standard kind of gaming console controls, if you're using any games on a computer, WASD, and we then have space to jump. We've got space, if we double click it, we can fly up into the sky, and I hold space to go up even higher, and I can hold shift to fly down the way. Okay, I can also fall by double tapping the space button. Okay, so if you have your students creating the head, they don't have to run and climb up all the arms and legs and everything. They just fly, go to where they want to go, okay, and then they can start building from there. Okay, I believe this is only available in creative mode. There are many different types of modes that are there to support you. Things like survival mode, creative mode, these kind of things. And most of these the lessons will be done in creative mode. Okay, so I'm just going to fall back down to the ground. We also have E for our inventory, so you have access, because we're in creative, to absolutely every kind of material and everything within here. So we've got all the different kind of shapes and all the different eggs and spawns and flowers, and everything is in here for you to use. All you have to do to use them is to pull them, click, and pull them down to, this is your inventory down here. Okay, so this is your personal inventory you use. So let's put, just to keep it simple, I'm gonna use just these different colors here, and then to come out, there we go. And I can now walk forward, and I can click 1, 2, or 3 to jump between the oak wood, the warped planks, and the crimson planks, and I can then go left click to dig a hole, or right click to place. Okay, so I'm going to start placing these down here, so we can start building our monster. Okay, then I can go to 2, and from there I can start placing my blocks. So maybe this part's going to be easier in first person. Oops, 3, and what? Help. There we go. I've got used to it now. So there we go. We can start kind of building our monster if we're needing to from there. So that is kind of the basics. If you're wanting to mine and dig holes, left click. If you're wanting to build, then it's right click. Okay. Back to third person. We've also got the code builder. So at the moment, we're not going to need this for this kind of for this example, this lesson that we're doing, but for other lessons you were going to need to use the code builder. Okay, so that is where you can actually code things into the world that you are using. And we also have sneak if you want to sneak. And we've got the chat as well, so you can put things into the chat and you can code from within the chat. But the next thing I want to show you is if I press escape, we have access to more settings. So we've got how to play, so it'll actually kind of give us the tutorials and give us all the kind of how to do everything. We've got the settings as well. So here we go. We can change some of the settings. So we can change it from creative mode to survival mode. We can change it to the kind of the level that the person joins in. So it's important to note that if you're a teacher who joins in, then automatically you will go down as an operator, and that just means you're the person in charge. If you are a student, I believe you come in as a visitor. As a member, but you can have people as visitors where they can't actually do anything. They can't break anything. They can just kind of explore and see everything that's around them. So maybe that would be good for if you've built a boat from the book that you're reading and you're wanting them to explore the boat and find the treasure. And that is an example actually from some of the literacy lessons that are available on Minecraft. We also have things to link in with your classroom as well. So if you have invited multiplayers multiple people into your world, then these are kind of what they'll be able to see and do. We've got our keyboard and mouse, so if you have anybody with additional support needs, then these kind of settings can support there. We have different audio as well, so I've turned off the audio just so that YouTube doesn't ping me a message to say copyrighted music. I have turned it off for today's session, but you can turn it up and down from within there, and again you can just adjust the video settings is there for you as well. So what I'm going to do, let's go full screen. There we go. Why was that not in full screen before? Much better, fixed it. Okay, so now that we have had a wee look at the settings, we can also from within here start hosting a world. So if I click start hosting, now this is only the teachers that are able to do this, because I am an operator, I can start hosting the world. Here's my code to join the world, and we can get the students to join all together. You can share the link through Teams if you're wanting to get people to join, and if you need to create a new code, then you can do that from within here as well. So the students just type in this code and then they can join that world with you. But I am going to click, I'm just going to click resume game by clicking the escape button and just kind of show you kind of what would be expected here. So we would fly around, we could start building our monster, and we could have it looking like this. Once it gets to past the legs, so you can see here we've got a kind of a white block. I wonder if I can see it from the camera. Am I going to reach? Oh no, my camera just cuts out. So once we get to that white block there, then it's time for the next student to take part, and then the body can take place, and then from within there, let's fly up a wee bit, we can give it to the last student to complete the head. Okay, so we do have the example here for them to kind of run from. It might be nice to get them, they could create their own monster, or you could get them to create maybe a character from the book that they're reading. Maybe if you're using this for Book of the Week in the younger ones, then you can get them to create a character, or their favourite character from within the story that they are reading. So yes, this is one of the lessons that's available. It's all about kind of building in cooperation and kind of working collaboratively. So we're going to click escape, we're going to stop hosting, and we are going to save and exit. Generating world, and we're going to have a look at the coding options just now as well. Okay, so here we are back at the main menu. As I said earlier, your students can join from within here, type in their code, and they can join your multiplayer world, just as we previously talked about. But we're going to go and have a look at coding now. So we're going to go to the View Library, Subject Kits, Computer Science, and here you've got loads of different kind of coding tutorials. You've got Python you can have a look at, block-based coding, there's loads of different kind of things that you can do within there. But we're going to go to the Hour of Code lessons that are within here. And we've got things like AI, Inclusion, Timecraft, and Minecraft Code Town. But remember, we had a look at the introduction video for Timecraft, so this is the one that we're going to take part in. That's the video there, okay? So description: travel through time and space and explore the concept of building a better future through code. Experience a choose-your-own-adventure game, exploring key moments in human achievement. Using your coding superpowers, save the future by solving mysterious mishaps in the past, collecting clues, and connecting patterns to identify the mischievous time culprit. Okay, so if you do need your lesson plan, it's in there. You can assign it to your students, but we're going to just create our world, and we're going to take part in this all together. Now, hopefully, I don't cover anything with the camera. If I do, I will try and scoot myself over to the other side for a wee bit. But we're generating our world, and we're all going to start. And I'm just going to kind of show you what the students will go through. So right at the start, this is what it's going to take them through the real basics. When I started kind of playing with Minecraft Education Edition, I really needed those basics. I hadn't played Minecraft kind of just in my own time, so I needed that support, so I'm really grateful for this. So you'll see at the bottom it does have where you need to click with your mouse, so I am just going to go and click on the button in front of me. Let's go F5 so we can actually see, and there we go, right click to use. Okay, Minecraft presents. Let's pull back a wee bit. Timecraft. Got a wee presentation just now that's going on, and you will notice that, is this Apollo 13 that's joining in here? Let's go F5. Can I change that view? No, I can't. Okay, so there we go. We've got our space shuttle just joining in. I think we're in space right now, and there is our space shuttle just kind of falling into place. So here we are. Welcome. There's our wee introduction video. So we're just going to go forward, and it's going to show us what to do. So W to go forward, A to move left, D to move right. Okay, we've got space to jump. And you'll notice that I've got these kind of flashing white kind of balls of light. That's showing us where we need to go. Okay, so that's kind of helping us on our journey. So W to climb up the ladders, and we can come over to the button over here, and I can then press there we go, use. Open the button. Come on. There we go. F5 to show you me again. And we're going to go forward. And it's going to tell us exactly what we need to do. So what's brilliant about the using Minecraft with your students is it has access to the Immersive Reader as well. So whenever there's a bit of text that's needing read out, we can click this button and it's going to open up the Immersive Reader for you. Now, if you've ever seen one of my presentations before, you know exactly how much of a fan I am of the Immersive Reader, because I've not opened it in here previously. It's telling me what to do. But very simply, I can click this play button and it will read out to me. Now that's a little bit slow for me to listen to, so I can go into the settings, I can increase the voice speed, and I can change it to a male voice if that's what I prefer. Okay, so there we can click any word that we're wanting here and go back to that word. We can adjust things like the text size for our students to read. I recommend, increase spacing, yes, I think that's a great thing. I recommend going for Comic Sans personally because it's got the small rounded A shape instead of the two-story A shape with the top, the hat on it. But that's my personal preference. It's up to you kind of what, and your students what they prefer, but that's kind of what I use. And I recommend always kind of going for the sepia tone. You might have students that kind of need the background color to change. I've found, and through research as well that I've read, that using a kind of really dulled down yellow instead of a white is great for the eyes because it reduces the eye strain. Like if we were to look at this piece of text for a long day, it's going to really strain your eyes, it's going to make you tired, whereas it reduces eye strain if you actually use kind of like the sepia color that is here. So I recommend using that. We've got our grammar options as well, so we can turn on syllables, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and we can show the labels there. I'm going to turn them off just now. Come on, click. There we go. And we've got our reading preferences as well, so we can turn on align focus so you're not getting distracted with everything. 1, 3 and 5. Okay, we've got our, it's because I'm so zoomed in, there we go, we can get 5 lines. I'll turn that off just now. We've got our picture dictionary with board maker as well, so if I click on any of these words, there we have our picture dictionary to support understanding of what's going on. So we've got things, seem, going, time, so we've got the images there to support us. We can listen back to any of these words as well, and it will play it for us. And we also have, I love this, the translate option. So I'm just going to pick any random language, don't know what we're going for, Latvian. And you can translate by word, so I can click on a word and it's going to translate that into Latvian for me. Okay, for whatever reason it's not loading up this sound, but usually it does. So let's change language just now. It might just be my computer's in overdrive just now. Yes, so there we go, we can listen back in a different language. Okay, so just those singular words, or we can translate not by word but by the whole document. So there we have our whole document in Romanian and we can listen back to it. And we can jump back to the original document if we need to. Okay, so this supports any learners who have English as an additional language. It's also brilliant for if you are needing parents to support. Maybe you're sending this home with students as a homework task. It's brilliant for supporting the parents to understand exactly what's going on as well. So we've got our immersive reader there. It's built in across Minecraft. You don't need to do anything, it just works, which is fantastic. So we know what we need to do, so now we need to choose a time agent to help you on your mission. Do we want to use block coding or Python coding? I presume the majority of people are going to want to do blocks, but if you're kind of upper high school or even middle high school, maybe you're wanting to have a look at Python. In this case, we're going to go for block coding just now. Okay, and now we need to choose our time agent. So this part, as I learned, actually doesn't make a difference, I believe. So it's just choosing the color, because all of the time agents are identical. So you can have a pixie one, which is the purple, banshee, gremlin, yeti, or rascal. And I'm gonna go. Let's go for. I went for gremlin last time, so let's go for gremlin. F5. Pull me in a wee bit closer. There we go. We can see. And F5 again, so we can see. And now we need to press C to deploy the time agent. So there he is, or she. They are. So it's starting the tutorial, showing you everything you need to do. So you've successfully deployed your time agent. This is the code builder window that you'll use when you are ready to code. Hit the green play button to close this window and continue on your adventure. Brilliant, great choice. Now follow me to the time agent area and start coding. So we follow the white dots and we come over this way. Okay. I've added a talk device to your inventory, so we're just going to, so that's number one, you'll see on the inventory along the bottom there, and I can use the talk device by right clicking on the mouse. Okay, press start activity when you're ready. Use your talk device for hints if you need help to solve the coding challenge. So we'll go forward. So we're wanting to use the code to move the time agent forward 3 blocks. Okay, so press C to code. And we've got our block coding that's going to appear in here. So we're going to want to kind of get them to move on start, agent move forward by 1. Okay, so that's not going to work because we need to move them by 3. Okay, so we can change that one there, so we can go back, left, right, up, down. But we want to keep it forward, and we're wanting it to be the number 3. So just change that in there. So there is my code. So on start, so when I hit this green button, the agent is going to move. Okay. Well done, and that's that finished there. Brilliant. No time to lose. Follow me to the time. I don't know what that said. I clicked off too early. Okay, so press the button on the timeline computer to select the first time to split. Okay, so we're coming over here, and we need to hit this button. Niall, man. Right, F5 it is. We're going in. Use. Okay. Now follow me to the time pod, F5. So again, all I'm doing is I'm holding down W on the keyboard and I'm just moving my mouse left and right to look. So I can walk around in a circle just by moving my mouse off to the right hand side without even having to kind of move left and right, and I can do the same. I can just hold down W to go forward and move my mouse and look to the left. So there's a wee hint for you. Okay, so you can use the time pod to travel to the time split. We only have enough power to travel 3 times, so let's make each one count. Okay, so I'm just going to finish up this one, and then kind of that'll be us coming into a close. So press the button. There we go. In this time split, a soon-to-be famous jazz musician has lost their prized trumpet and is using a kazoo instead. Very unfortunate. Their influence on the world is disappearing. Travel to New York City, USA in the 1920s and save jazz. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we need to fix the time split. So enter the pod and press the button. And we can now, this world is going to change for us. Now we're in 1924 Jazz Club in New York City. So, boot off another stage. Ever since I lost my trumpet, nothing been the same. The kazoo just doesn't have the same zing. Okay. Start the mission by using your talk device to call your time agent. Right click. Okay, and then we're going to start our activity. There's our time agent. Excellent. You've revealed the location of the jazz musician's trumpet. Use code to move the time agent through the maze and collect the trumpet. Okay, so where's the maze? Here's the maze. Oh, no, we've gotten a little bit trickier now. So C to code. And we're wanting them to move forward 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's have a look. So we're wanting them to move forward 1 space, 2 space, 3 spaces, they should then fall down. Then we want them to move forward 3 spaces. Then we want them to go up, right 2, up 2, right 2. Okay, so let's try that. So on start, move forward by, I think it was 3 spaces to start. So let's try that one. 1, 2, 3, and then. Okay, so here we are. I've made it all the way to the end. Oh, and it did it for me. I was about to tell you how to finish it off. Okay, well, you have to put the click to the end, but clearly not. Okay, so he made it all the way up to the end there. So I'm just going to zoom back a wee bit, and that's us finished that part. So I'm just going to escape here, and I'm going to go, I've finished, to show you what happens once your students have finished. There we have our Hour of Code certificate of completion for once you finish the lesson. So we can hit Get Certificate, and that is going to, let's just open this up for everyone. Bring up the certificate here, so I can type in my name, Niall, and submit. And there is my certificate. Okay, so I took part in the Hour of Code MEE Minecraft Education Edition Timecraft. Okay, so there is our personalized certificate. Love it. So I'm going to pop back up to the big screen just now, and I'll see you in just 2 seconds. Okay, so that is the basics of using Minecraft Education Edition. I hope that you've learned something new. I know that I have. I've really enjoyed kind of getting into Minecraft Education Edition and kind of working out how it all works, how to control the character, how to share that out with others, the accessibility option within there as well, and just kind of bringing in that gamification of learning into the classroom. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined us today. I certainly have had a great time. I hope that you have too. We've got loads of different sessions happening this week, including the Excel Enthusiasts lessons, which are lessons are designed for both students and their educators and adults in the room to learn all together. It's gone down really well so far, so thank you to everyone who has joined in the Monday session. You can get it on catch up over on the Digitize Summer Sessions. This week we're looking at things like data, how to create your workbooks, how to create like graphs as well, how to use the fill handle, all just kind of like shortcuts, and how to use the Excel just really for beginners. So that one's gone down really well so far, so go and check those out. Next week we have the Microsoft main stage sessions that are coming out. I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited to record them. So these sessions are for students, kind of more kind of for the high school kind of level, but there's no reason that the younger ones couldn't take part. You're going to be creating your own fantasy music festival using the Microsoft tools. So we're going to be coming up with our fantasy lineup. We're going to be sending out emails, coming up with contracts, kind of planning everything that needs to be done for our fantasy music festival, even down to posters and kind of promotion and these things. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's a week-long sessions again, so every day maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes worth of work for you to take part in. Yeah, I think those ones are going to go down really well, so please do check those out on the Digitize Summer Sessions. We've got loads of different Microsoft events happening soon as well, so we've got our MIEE application support training is coming out pretty soon. We've got our Join to become a Microsoft Incubator School session is coming up as well, which honestly Microsoft are doing fantastic things with those Microsoft Incubator schools and graduating on to become showcase schools. There's some brilliant practice going on out and around Scotland, so that one's definitely not to be missed. We're also taking a look at the Education Transformation Framework as well from Microsoft, and that actually will link into the Incubator one, but they're 2 different lessons or sessions for educators to have a look at. So we're really looking forward to those. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us for today's session. I hope you've learned something new. If you do have questions, you can find us on Twitter at Tablet Academy SC. You can find me personally at Niall Ridgway, NIALLRIDGWAY. It's not an easy name to spell. Don't know why I made that my Twitter name, but I put my proper name in there. So thank you again to everyone for joining us, and I will see you all pretty soon. Have a good rest of your day, and yeah, thank you so much for joining. Cheers. Bye.